All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Exoria. It's been some time since the last one, and for very good reason, because we've done stuff. Oh my god! As always, the server is brought to you by our sponsor, MC Pro Hosting, and they can help you get a server of your own if you feel like grinding your ass off on Exoria, or perhaps just doing some vanilla survival with your friends or another mod pack that we've played or are playing, like RL Craft, and do one-click installs for those sorts of things. Check them out. Link in the description, which going through those links will get you a discount of 25% off your first month of server hosting, and it should be pretty dope stuff. Okay, well, shall we recap? Maybe the recap will just take the entirety of the episode.
Honestly, I think the recap is going to be a significant portion of the episode. Do you want to come up to the astral sorcery area?
Sure. Sounds great to me. All right. Oh,
okay.
Boy. So that's new up there. There's some new stuff going on, relays
there's
iridescent altars and.
So basically, I don't remember, like, it's fuzzy, but where we last set, but I think we were trying to upgrade to the iridescent altar was kind of the goal. Yeah. In order to get the iridescent altar going, we had to get the starlight attunement going. So we had to set up this platform, and then you have to use the telescope to look at the different constellations that are in the sky and determine the right spots to put the spectral relays within this, like,
does it project down, or it kind of just gives you a thing in the telescope and you have to go and translate into how that looks over on the grid?
You can take this and then you figure out the name of the constellation based on what's in the sky, and then you create the constellation paper using the iridescent altar, and then you come over and you you hold that paper and tell where to put the items on in order to get the correct constellation drawn on the ground. It's really quite a simple process. Anyway, then you take your in order to make the proper pieces for the shining star, we need to have the iridescent altar attuned with a crystal. In order to get the crystal attuned, you have to set the spectral relays into the right spots, have the constellation be in the sky at the right time, then throw it in there. And if you do that at night, you'll actually get attuned, which is kind of an interesting process. If you do that at night,
I heard what you said. What is that? How do you become attuned?
You stand there at night.
But what does it do to you?
It gives you some benefits. Like there's some.
Are you attuned?
I am. I can't even tell you which one because it was an accident. I misclicked, but
that's the beginning of some kind of superhero origin story.
Yeah. It really is. I was trying because on everything else you right click it to put it in, and this one you throw it, and I right clicked, and that was like, oh, so you want to attune? But at any rate, you get a crystal, one of those blue crystals. You properly attune it, and then you're able to craft the item in it. Now, in some of these recipes, if you look at like the shining star, I think the shining star. If you look at the recipe for creating it in the iridescent altar, not only does it have in the 5x5 grid, but you also have items that are outside of the 5x5 grid and the green lines that are going through it. The green line is the type of attunement, the constellation that needs to be put into the system, which you can sell by the blue crystal inside
What's the system?
Into the iridescent altar.
Okay, so the attuned crystal is attuned to said constellation, which it was tuned to over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well done. And then you put that attuned crystal in here, and you can kind of actually see it show up, which is, I mean, it all looks kind of cool. You can see the constellation on the ground. But then in addition to the 5x5, it'll show you different items that will pop up randomly that you need to add and in the recipe. Those move around and are randomized each time.
Wait, so the extra 2 resonating gem and my mana diamond out there, those can change?
No, they're always and there's actually the spark up top, although it's kind of hard to see.
Oh, okay.
But it's always those 3 items, but which of these spectral relays it wants them to be in it will change. So it will highlight in one of these when it's ready for it, and you have to put the right item in the spectral relay at the right time.
Simon says.
And then, Simon says, and that way you can't automate it at all. Now, in order to make the shining star, it took approximately the entire night. Like, it literally just sat there. I mean, we had full starlight.
And you need, like, according to Rammer, 300 of them.
Yes. So, I spent an extra amount of time and made us 11 or so plus several conveniently sized stacks. So offline grinding to the max for those.
Good Lord.
And that got us to here. And then also, I've been working
What are
on.
this?
These are just improving these. Oh, the chalice holds liquid starlight, so that floating square is actually liquid starlight in it, and all that does is when we're I think what is this? This isn't attunement. This is infusion. Starlight infusion. When we infuse something, and it uses up one of
It
those
auto fills.
pulls, it auto refills. But
Okay.
those actually, I needed to make like I ended up making a lot of those because they're useful in the next step, which is kind of tying into where you're going to take over because you were like, "Hey, I need rocket fuel and I need oxygen and hydrogen." And
Yeah. Uh-huh.
so if you actually get those through astral sorcery in the manual, normally if you want to fall down,
I love falling down.
in the manual, normally you get water and lava from the astral sorcery, basically pumps, which are actually really cool. But in Exoria, they're how you get your hydrogen and your oxygen. So I ended up having to make two
Sweet
of these,
Jeebus, what
and
is happening?
they bazoom zoom down to the bedrock and pull the
Did you see
resources
all the
out.
blocks disappear?
Yeah. It's actually a pretty cool effect. In fact, let's see if
Jeez.
I give it a little bit of starlight to fire it up. If it does that's enough to make it go. There you
Wait,
go.
where did you? What the heck? Do blocks start breaking down there?
No. It's already done. It does that initially.
Oh.
So and then it fills up these other chalices
Whoa,
with the
boy.
liquid. So
When you
it
say
runs
it
off.
fills up chalices with the liquid.
These are the chalices, and
Okay.
the floating orb, which imagine it's an orb of liquid, not a cube, but that's the liquid. So you can take and create a tank. You can't actually get it with buckets, which is really frustrating, but you can get tanks and pull the liquid out. And then this is actually these four are where the I think this is hydrogen is stored. The
Right,
other
you
one
use
has oxygen.
the one of the pressure tanks, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And so that gets it. And also,
How did you
what was
choose if it's doing oxygen or hydrogen?
there's a item called a phasic resonator that you can swap around, and you if you upgrade it, then it turns into some other fancier like a an icosic resonator,
Okay.
resonator, and so that's kind of like when you're looking for the crystals underground where you have the
Right.
little particle effects. But amusingly enough, here I had
Oh,
it
you
in
can just
the
go into this. Are you gonna get wrecked
yeah
if you go into that beam?
no. But I had it in the
Ow.
crystal mode. What? Don't land on those. I had it in crystal mode instead of the liquid mode, and so I found this
Oh.
thing, which is like a million of the crystals that we could have used back when, and not. But anyway, yeah, I was just like, this is really cool. Did it make this? And then I realized I was actually just using it wrong, and I just found a bed of crystals, which
Gotcha.
I mean, that'll just spawn normally. So that's
But this one
astral
is
sorcery.
generating which? This is
This
oxygen?
I think no, this is I think the particle effect is slightly pinkish here, and that's hydrogen. The
Okay.
particle effect on the other one is
So this is
bluish.
oxygen over here?
Yes.
And you got that after you figured out the resonator and you looked for oxygen.
Yes.
Okay. I do like the
Exactly.
concept of mining hydrogen and oxygen. It makes sense.
Using liquid starlight is a little bit different, but I mean, nonetheless, I agree.
Yeah, mining for oxygen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes you just got to drill up oxygen. I mean, and the reason it creates the thing down to bedrock is this is supposed to be taking it from beneath bedrock. We are mining below. But the slightly obnoxious thing is it is not infinite. So if this runs out and we need more, we have to take it down and move
Well,
it
we
to a
are going to
new.
need more fuel. So can I click on these with the tank? I have one tank.
You click on the ones up here. Yeah, and you can only take one bucket. You can't fill it up repeatedly, which is
Okay,
bothersome.
so it's
However,
oxygen 1,000.
yeah. I did find though that if you take that
Wait,
tank
what
and
the?
you put it,
Hold on, if I right click on it again.
you can only take one tank at a time.
Yeah, no, I just went from 1,000 to 882. It's interesting, but anyway.
Oh, I don't know how you got to 882.
Yeah, I don't either. I clicked on it twice. Just don't
But
worry about it.
if you put the I did find that if you put the container into a spot, like just pour it out, I don't know if you might not be able to because it's not a full bucket now.
Yeah, no,
thousands
it's
of-
not working. I can at
Cool.
least dump it into the thing that makes rocket fuel.
Okay, But then you can use a regular bucket, and that'll create a tank, so you can like kind of empty these. It's a multi-step, but at the very least, you don't need like one bucket for every single thing.
Okay.
So anyway, and it rains a lot over here, and
Okay.
just
Good to know.
because I know you love rain.
I do love rain. It's the best. It was raining last night. It's supposed to rain a little bit today, so lots of rain going on. Okay,
so that's my recap on your side. Then I think
yeah. Whew. Rammer, just to confirm, because he's shown up. When you said it was like 300 for the stars, right? Just to confirm, because that's about what we got. I hope that he's not like, no, it was actually like you only need 20. But anyway,
I need 20, and I offline ground so many of those for so long.
You ran it into the ground. Okay, and then the constellation. Do you just have to get lucky as far as like finding the constellation to attune stuff to?
No, not really. Because if you look up constellation paper, or if you spell it right, you find it more. You can kind of skip the step with the the telescope, and just make the constellation that you need.
Okay.
And so I was able to I ended up doing several, but I was able to kind of skip past that and make it that way.
Gotcha.
So they're all the same recipe, but the items that you put into them as the extras into those spectral relays changes and gives you a different constellation.
Okay.
So as long as I had that, then I could do what I needed to do. Also, they're not all the same recipe as I click through this, but that's okay. It's not.
Rammer said it's about 200 stars for tier 6 Void Miner and half that for tier 5. So, yep, that's where the number came from. Yep. Mm-hmm. Seems good, doesn't it? All right, so let's head back to home, and I'll show you other stuff that has been done since last time, which I'm still sort of trying to understand because I didn't want to go too far into it, because then we wouldn't be able to do some of the stuff on camera. So I just did like the building portion, but the actual making use of it is what we're going to try to do today, and we may or may not fall on our faces, so that'll be a whole thing. Okay. So, all right, inside of the researching the stars, so you did extracting liquids and shiny. That was your focus. Yes. Over on my end, I did like a satellite, team rocket, chemical reaction, dilithium crystals, Deep Space Nine, flying up high, and warp speed. And it's a lot of stuff to try to keep track of, because in none of these actual challenges does it force you to like complete why you've built the machinery in order to progress to the next one. It just wants you to have acquired the blocks, but using them is a whole other thing. So anyway, over here, which one was this? No, that was that. I started setting up some of the stuff over there, but then I think I brought it up top. So come up top.
All right.
We got machinery up here, boys. Okay. Whoa. Yes, sirree, Bob. Let me just tell you about these here machines. So we have a rocket assembling machine here. Now, they are adjacent to the launch pads. The launch pads can be kind of any size that you want. They're pretty cheap material. We could expand this, make it bigger. We might want to, actually, when we're launching the space station. This rocket is like minimum size for us to launch a satellite, which is kind of how we want it to be. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be launching satellites, which we need in order to like scan the area for stuff that's going to discover planets. I still don't know entirely how it's going to work or how we put that data to use. After that, we're going to build a space station. We're going to launch that space station into the air. And in that space station, once we get there, I went and collected waystones, because only one of us is going to be doing the actual like rocketing, and then the person next will follow with waystones. That's the easiest way to do it. We're going to launch a space station. On the space station, we are going to end up building this warp drive multi-block structure, and the warp drive multi-block structure is what's going to allow us to travel to different planets. I don't know if it is going to auto-discover the planets, or if the satellites are going to discover the things that we need to use to discover the planets, so we go to the planets. The warp drive requires a fuel. It's called dilithium crystal. Anyway, so a lot of the stuff goes towards that. So, rocket assembling machine. Basically, you have these, right now this is Entity Rocket name because it's built, but you have different blocks, so that you have these liquid fuel tanks and these liquid-fueled engines. You kind of combine, you build whatever you want. It's not like any set structure. You just build whatever you want on the launch pad, and then once you built your thing, you go into the rocket assembling machine and you scan it. If everything is at that middle line or beyond, it's like a valid rocket that will actually work, at which point you can click build, which will do after we launch. Nope, you didn't need to do that, but okay. I hope that didn't mess anything up. No, wait, why did you hit launch?
I didn't hit launch. I hit scan.
You hit launch. Oh my God, you wasted the rocket. I didn't put a satellite into it yet, you fool.
Come back.
Why did you press buttons? Why did you press buttons? I was showing this to you and you're like, oh, I might as well hit buttons.
I did not hit launch. I 100% did not hit launch.
You wasted fuel. We didn't even have enough fuel in there. We didn't put a satellite into the thing.
You just scan it. You can see. You said you can scan it and see how far along. I was like, okay.
No, I didn't tell you. I just said when you build it, you hit scan. I said this was already built. I didn't fork any of your stuff up, did I?
No, that one was on me. How can I help fix this?
We have another satellite bay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, don't touch buttons.
No touchy.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's a waste of fuel. Great. So now go get more hydrogen and oxygen.
Let me go get some hydrogen and oxygen for you. I'm going to let you work this out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll be back in a minute.
They're like taking a tour of some freaking nuclear launch facility and like, what happens if I touch this?
I feel like that button was mislabeled. I would not have clicked. I saw a button named launch and I didn't click it. Let the record show.
Well, there is a chance that the rocket can come back down. You just don't know where. So, yeah, we're just going to consider that a lost cause, and good thing that there are spare resources.
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, just acquire more of that stuff. Okay, let's put oxygen on one side, and then...
What?
Okay, so this is a thing. This right here is a chemical reactor. This chemical reactor machine, you add in some like oxygen and stuff, and then you add in, we'll turn this off, you add in some hydrogen, and then it will do things. This will do a little spin-ski doodle, and then rocket fuel will end up over here. There's a little more rocket fuel, fortunately, that's already been made while I was experimenting, making sure that the stuff worked. I can put it in here, add it to the thing. We're gonna need some more, but once Zine comes back with stuff, we'll get the thing going again. Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are all multi-block structures that are like from advanced rocketry. The way they work is you have this thing called the holo projector. With the holo projector, you can shift right click, choose any one of these crazy amounts of things that you want to build. We'll choose warp core for now because the warp core is something we're actually going to have to build. You then right click on the ground and you're like, oh, it's a warp core. These are the blocks that you need. Then you have to shift scroll. It'll show you the next layer of the machine and then the next layer of the machine. And basically you just build these things. And then once it's all good, then you right click on the block that the name of the machine is, the warp core here. And then it assembles the machine if all your blocks are placed properly, and then you have the machine. So, and if we want to get rid of it, we can just break these. So there's that. This here is a crystallizer. This is used in order to make the dilithium crystals. It's pretty straightforward, except it has a major flaw, which makes it kind of a pain. The flaw is if you put more than one of the dilithium dust, which we get from the void miner, into here, it'll just erase the entire stack and output one. So it's a bit of a questionable mechanic, but you put one in, it converts it into three, but then it still outputs one, which is weird. But yeah, it's just a whole anyway, this is going to be fuel for the warp drive that then is going to take us, or at least one of us, to another planet where we're then going to put down a waystone to allow the other person to get there. And then you also need like an extra satellite thing, a freaking rocket again in order to, I don't even remember. You just do like a rocket to get back from the space station to the planet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. It's all weird. And Rammer is saying that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't know what he's saying that wasn't supposed to happen too. But how's it going on the oxygen and stuff?
I am on my way back. I've got you 6 tanks of oxygen and 6 tanks of hydrogen. Is that enough?
Okay. Let's see. But what do you mean the dust wasn't supposed to happen? I mean, it works. You put it in the input, it goes out of the output, and you get the stuff. Okay. All right. Here. Give me things.
Hello. I brought you things. I magnanimously went and collected them for you.
Wait, I have two. What do you mean I have 2 rockets now? Where do I have 2 rockets? Oh, what the hell? Bro, we got a Falcon 9.
Hey,
Falcon Heavy.
Landed.
It landed
that's
on
a 9,
the
not a heavy.
Oh, that's
all that yelling at me for nothing.
That's really funny, actually. What the hell?
I really don't think Scan was supposed to send it on its way. There's like an animation or something. I don't know.
Well, no, I think that's what happened, but will it actually, if I break this, will it fall back down? Or is it there now? I don't know how to disassemble this. It's the problem. Wait, what do I break it?
Wait, I can't see what you're on. You're on nothing to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, maybe I can disassemble.
Now it's up here.
Okay. Well, we got the blocks back. That's good.
Okay.
We lost the fuel, but we got the blocks.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
See, stop canceling me on Twitter, guys. I didn't ruin everything.
Okay, tanks of oxygen. I like how the tanks just convert into buckets after you insert them. Like, look at this. Or do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but they're actually buckets until they become tanks, so that makes sense.
Got it.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, hydrogen. And why is that one? That's weird, but whatever. Okay, cool.
It's like it's staring at me. It's got 2 eyes, a weird mouth, and a nose, and it's looking at me.
I know you can turn it on.
Oh, God, now it's at me.
Yeah, and it should be contributed. Yes. Okay, so rocket fuel is being made. Here are your buckets.
Okay, thank you.
And now, all right, so here, well, now we're doing this from the beginning. So here you can see what you do. You put the liquid fuel tank, and I believe it needs 4 for it to be proper. And then you put a satellite bay on top. And now what you can do is you click scan.
Careful with that. That's what I clicked.
Scan doesn't mess things up when you do it properly. Okay, and then now it says, oh, not enough fuel. So apparently it does need 1 more. God, this thing is a pain in the butt.
I just clicked scan. There is video proof.
I don't know why. It was 4 before, so this is a dum-dum.
No, that's as tall as it was. It looked like 5.
Oh, was it?
It looked short before, and this looks like the right size.
Okay, so clear for liftoff, it says now. That's great. Isn't that fantastic?
I would recommend not collecting.
So now what we do is build. So now this is going to turn the blocks that we placed into an entity.
Okay.
And now I use this linking tool that I have that it gives you as a reward for thing. And the fueling station is linked into the rocket. So
okay, I see the little dotty dot.
So now if we go into the rocket monitoring station, you'll notice that the fuel is increasing very slowly over on the right-hand side as it fills up.
Uh-huh.
And so it's decreasing the fuel in the fueling station. I might need to add some more here. We've got 800. Fortunately, I can use this pressure tank and just add in some. Well, I guess it has to be at 1,000. So basically this thing, it takes time. Takes its sweet time. It doesn't go very fast, even though we have the second best motor in here. But it is what it do. So yeah. So there's that. So what we're gonna need to do is launch 3 of these things. And also, we need to send a space station into the sky. So there's that, too. And then the other thing that I'm not entirely sure about is how we launch a rocket containing one of us to the space station. Because somehow we have to put the coordinates in order for that to happen. And so anyway, here's the satellite builder, by the way. So the satellite builder is how I built the satellites. In order to do that, you put a satellite in. You put there's 3 different types of mass. Let me search advanced rocketry. Okay, so you have a composition sensor, a mass detector, and an optical sensor. So you combine one of those with your base type of satellite, and then you also do a solar panel and a data storage unit in the thing. You click build, and then it builds you a satellite and spits you out an ID chip along with the satellite, so you can keep track of the satellite in the satellite terminal once the satellite is launched. So you put the satellite ID chip in there, and it should start collecting data, which you can then put onto one of these data storage units. And I don't know what you do with that data, but it's a thing that datas. So you get that. I'm gonna put. Can I fill you? Do I have? There's empty. Oh, I guess it has to be full for me to be able to do this. So that's a thing. And you can't put buckets in here. I've noticed it doesn't let you do that. I could have it empty out, but as our fuel, we are not full on fuel yet, unfortunately. So now here, once this thing is built, we can go into here and click on the satellite bay, and I'm going to put in our satellite with ID 1 into the satellite bay. And I also have the chip here, and this chip is going to keep track of our satellite, so we don't want to lose it. If we lose it, it's bad. We can make a duplicate of the chip if we want to, but I'm too lazy to do that, so why would I? Okay, once this thing gets to 2K...
How do you look at the satellite?
Shift right-click on the satellite. It should get you into the GUI, and then you can click on...
I'm a little nervous to click on things.
Just
okay.
shift right-click on the rocket.
I see. Okay, I see it.
And then you can click on the satellite bay, and yeah.
I see.
There we go. Okay, so now I have 2,000 there. I can add more fuel into the fueling station, and now it's putting it into there. So, okay, brilliant, and it's fully fueled. Okay, so now we should be able to send the rocket up. An actual launch. Ready to do it?
I'm not pushing buttons.
But I'm going to do it. So in T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Houston, we have liftoff. And now,
it's lifting off.
Now we can monitor this here, and once it gets to full altitude, it'll reset, and that's fine, because once it's up there in the sky, then it'll start collecting data on this satellite ID chip that we can then put in. Wow, look at this. It's so cool, dude. It's so cool. Anyway, all right. I like how it leaves a cloud of smoke. I'm sure it's healthy for our lungs to stand this close to, rocket ejections.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I just realized I don't have my slime boots on. Gotta fall gracefully. Okay. Sorry.
That would have been
Hello.
unfortunate. Yeah. Wait, you don't have your slime boots on?
When I was... they were just being inconvenient for a moment, but I just had them in my inventory, but it's the mid-air swap that's the tricksy...
Gotcha.
Okay, well, I can't see anything through the smoke.
It's taking its time to go up in the air.
Oh, I think we're dissipating. Okay. All right, there we go. And the vehicle is still in the green.
It should go up to super duper speed soon, and then
it's hitting max Q.
Yeah.
Which is maximum dynamic pressure. They actually throttle down the thrusters as it goes through that. That's the point in the atmosphere where the vehicle experiences the most forces against it. So they slow down. So while they pass through that, it's kind of basically the supersonic barrier. And then once they get on the other side of that, then they throttle back up, and then they really rocket off because you don't have any resistance from the air as it exits the atmosphere anymore.
Interesting. Okay.
It is.
All right. And then we're almost there. I was worried about the fuel for a sec.
Red. Yeah, the fuel... But
it's already moving so fast, it should get up to altitude and be good. I think it's kind of perfectly set up.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
Perfectly
go.
aligned as all things
and now it's at altitude, and that means it should reset down. Yep, okay. Cool. So that is a successful launch. So now...
And a single stage to orbit. And the SSTO is not terribly efficient, but it's a way to go.
All right, Mr. SpaceX. So we put this in here, and it should connect to the satellite. Yep. And...
Beep, 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 beep.
And then 1,000 out of 1,000 data type composition. Oh, okay. So data wait, one. Why does it say data 1 versus 1,000
says
data?
Data storage 1K, data 1K. So to me that says that it's full.
I don't know if it's no, but you'll see data at the bottom counts up. The thing that I don't know, so in when I was watching a tutorial video on this thing, it didn't insta-fill. That's not how it worked. So I don't know if maybe this mod pack makes it insta-fill, which would make more sense. What?
I suddenly have a lot of those satellite ID chips. Like I have 3 of them in my inventory suddenly.
Oh.
They're all ID 1.
Yeah, so do I. What the heck?
Just like, hey, dog, I hear you like satellite ID chips. So
Okay, well this must be unique to the mod pack then, because
the
that's
data
not what
just
it.
went to 5.
Yeah. Okay, so we can do that, and we can store it at ship.
Okay, okay, yeah. There's 1,000 data on that,
Okay, so I'm assuming, yeah, this is mod
and now
pack
I have
related.
more. Then I have more chips.
Why does it keep giving more chips? What is happening?
I have so. Oh wait, now I just looked in the chest and looked away, and now I don't have any. Okay, perfectly balanced as all things should
Oh
be.
wait, what the heck? You're right. What is happening right now? I don't know what's
I
going
don't
on.
know.
Okay, well anyway, so we have composition data. Very cool. So now, and then we have the satellite ID chip still, planet Exoria, and now we need to do it again, basically. So we take ID2, and we take the ID2 satellite, and then we do the same build over here,
And get more data. Is
pretty
that?
much.
I mean, is that what we're doing? Is we're just collecting more data?
We have to, I think, do it for each type. There's 3 types of data.
Oh,
And then once we have all that, then we should be able. We'll launch the space station, and then from there, I think we'll be able to do the warp drive thing. Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what we're doing, dude. Okay, scan it, and hopefully there's a lot of rocket fuel getting generated now.
I am coming over to get more oxygen and hydrogen so that we don't have that stop, since that apparently needs its sweet arse time.
Yeah, it takes its time. Okay, so it says it's good to go. Great, so we can build it again. And now we have our second satellite.
Satellite,
Throw
salute.
another satellite in there. Now it should be filling up. Yep, the fuel is going up. All right, great. I am very, very shocked that this actually worked on the first one. Oh my god. Okay, so I do like that they at
Just
least
be careful with the
shortcut the
scan
data
button.
collection, because in the videos I watched, it was like when that data number that you saw went up to 5 was like ticking up, it just took absolutely ages, and like that's what you used in order to figure out where planets were and things like that. But anyway, we'll figure it out.
We're figuring it all out. Mm-hmm. We are becoming experts in our field of astrology and rocketry.
Astrology. I guess that is
Which is-
based on constellations, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm over here with liquid starlight. You're creating rocket fuel using dilithium crystals, which you might not realize is a Star Trek reference, but that's fine.
They said it in one of the videos that I watched. So, I kind of got it. Oh my god, dude. This is actual, like, this should be a prerequisite for working at JPL.
Wow, JPL.
Do some freaking Minecraft. Also, can I
You may.
anybody know
You have my
why
permission.
it's hydrogen and oxygen for rocket fuel? Like, do they blast off on water?
No, they don't mix it together into water, but liquid oxygen is absolutely the catalyzer that's used, and then there's different types of rockets, some of which are hydrogen. They're burning hydrogen, but you need a
Okay.
catalyzer because it wouldn't burn without oxygen in space, so you take liquid oxygen up with you.
Okay. That sounds very cold and high pressure.
It's supposed to be. It literally is. They use the cold and the high pressure as a way to chill down the circuitry and everything like that. So, yeah, that's you'll actually hear during like a SpaceX, you'll hear beginning NVAC chill, and that's where they start pumping the oxygen through the vacuum-based Merlin engine in order to bring it down to temperature. So.
Okay, so the output is water from the reaction. Okay. All right, well, we gonna launch the next one. Cool. Okay, so this is our optical telescope. And once that blasts off, we can start making the next one. And I do actually think we're going to have enough fuel. Well, actually, you know, once we go to the... well, we have to launch the space station and launch ourselves. So, yeah, that might slightly be a limiting factor. All right, let me just build inside the Smoky runoff of rocket fuel. Good for your lungs. You remember what was the guy, like the blend tech dude, the Will It Blend? And he would
Don't breathe this.
Yeah, don't breathe this. Okay.
Oh, I remember. One does not simply forget blend tech.
Scanner again.
This is hydrogen. Oh, look at that full
Clear
tank,
for
guys.
liftoff. Build.
Look at that full tank.
Wow, very cool, very cool. That's so full.
I mean, it's so full.
Alright. We got, now it is filling up again. And we can throw in, let's see. Alright, let's see how you're doing over here. Have we got a new link yet? No link yet. Alright, that's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. So does this take power from our power grid, or is it pretty much?
Yeah, it takes it from the power grid. Well, from the solar thing.
Yeah, I noticed that our stuff isn't exactly running at optimal.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if this stuff is absorbing many power.
I wonder if the fuel would generate faster if it had more power.
I don't know. Okay. Hey, there we go. It is connect, and now we can get the data storage unit number 2, and put it in there. Download the chip, and that gives us many distance datas.
Hammer.
Cool, and many chips as well that are now gone.
It's working perfectly.
Satellite.
So we need location data. What else did we? What is the data did we need?
Mass. Mass is the
Mass.
final one.
No, I don't want lubricant either. Come on.
You don't want lubricant?
I don't.
Hmm.
It's a sticky situation, really.
Alright, so there's that. Satellite IG chip number 3. Come on, rocket fuel. Now we're just waiting on rocket fuel here.
This is gas and that's lubricant already. But I want the diesel.
Wait, why you know Phil?
There we go, and then that'll run. And then this generates more. And is this making power now? Oh, it's using it just as much as it's making it, but at least we're using and making more. I don't know whether this is going fast or not. Going with not. Oh wait, no, hang on. Where does the fuel output once it does the dingy ding?
Bottom right.
Does
Wait,
it automatically
dingy
go to
ding?
the fueling station? What?
No, I just I take
okay,
the
I
pressure
see.
tank and I dump it out and then put it into the thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of different places to click on this.
There are.
It was like I was clicking here, clicking there. I'm like in an item hatch. I don't know what that's about.
And okay. You gonna start filling the rockets? Huh? Okay, it doesn't want to fill it now. Cool. Why are you doing that? Okay, am I gonna have to disassemble?
No, disassemble, Stephanie.
Please fill with fuel. Okay, now it's working. Good.
So how do you determine
And
which
it's
type
full.
of data are you sending it
Right.
for?
So there's, if you go at advanced or you just search sensor, you'll see there's kind of 6 over from the left, optical sensor, composition sensor, and
So
then
you
there's
make
a
the-
mass. If you search mass, there's also that. It's just not mass detector. So you make those, And
And you make the
then
satellite differently.
and then
so
yeah,
each
the satellite builder over here, you have like the base satellite thing, and then you combine it with one of those, and then it builds a satellite
I
that
see.
detects one of those sorts of things. So
Mass detector finding the planets, the optical
now
sensor
we
finding
can
the
launch.
light. Choo choo, chugga 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 choo choo. You'd think that there'd be more sound to it, but because it goes to space, it actually doesn't have any sound.
Yeah, because we're in space here. There's
No,
no
but it goes to space. So
the sound goes into space.
everyone knows that sound and space don't mix, and this is a space-based thing. So
Right.
yeah, there's no sound.
Exactly.
It's science, guys.
I'm like
Don't
looking
question
around and seeing if any of the rockets have come down within sight.
I
We
want to
can't
know
all
what
they
look
can't all
like.
be Falcon heavy. Oh, I found one. There's one over here.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. We can disassemble and
No,
bring it
disassemble.
home. No, bring it home, dude. I want these resources. They're expensive.
Not seeing rockets on top of anything else at the moment.
Hmm.
I'm kind of disappointed you don't understand short circuit references, but also understanding. Like that one's obscure.
Yeah, I
Is,
don't know.
It's disappointing that it's obscure, but you know, these are the things you have to face as you just become more and more of a boomer.
Exactly.
The void. Wait.
What?
Oh man, this void miner really looked like a.
You thought that it landed like in
Well,
the
I was
void
like,
miner?
holy crap, did that bug out? But yeah, I mean, just from a distance, give me a
That
break.
would have been very unfortunate because I
Yeah,
think it would have
really
overridden the
would've.
blocks.
It would have been like, wow.
All right, it's almost there.
I just wish I could see like one coming down. Like that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually watch it happen.
It just spawns it.
And good. Okay, this is the third and final. Put it in there, connect, get our data. And there we go. All right. We done did it. We got the 3 things. Very cool.
Yay!
So,
3 things.
now, from here, we have to build a space station. So, it might be worth expanding this platform because what we are going to need to end up doing is building the warp drive in the space station.
Well, do we need the 2 platforms? Because we've only been launching from one. Like,
We,
pretty advanced stuff to be doing synchronized launches.
I guess we don't, like, have to? I guess we could just kind of connect the 2 platforms and make it a super duper big boy if we wanted to.
I mean,
Okay.
I've enjoyed a super duper big boy on occasion.
Okay. I hope that there's no issues in doing such a thing. Not entirely sure.
I like I have any idea.
So the reason why the space station needs to be of size, though, is because you build the space station, then you scan it into a container, and then you put that container in that same sort of satellite bay thing, and then that ends up in outer space. And then in outer space is where you actually like end up in the space station. And if it's small, you'll be in a teeny tiny little thing and not able to do a great deal. So at least that's to my understanding how it works. I might totally frick this up, and that would be a sad time.
I believe in you.
Anyway, so what's up?
I'm just having fluid storage problems up here. It's fine. What kind of?
Okay, let's just
like,
go with
large tanks
this.
that can hold more than these.
I don't know.
Well, if you did, that'd be helpful.
Sorry, I do not.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If Rammer's still there, find out if there's a better way to extract the hydrogen and oxygen than literally manually out of that thing.
What do you mean?
Well, in order to get the oxygen and hydrogen out of those chalices, we have to go and like with a bucket and pick them up one by one. If there was a way to do that, it'd be better.
One moment. Being asked a question about my latest video, which I don't know if there was an editing issue on it, so I gotta check that real quick.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Understandable. These things got to be taken care of. Smoke tank. Wait, if we have open blocks, do we have a regular open blocks tank? Ew.
Oh.
Can I put this gas into regular open tanks?
Well, that...
Speaking a little bit of which, did you want to plug your new venture real quick?
Sure, give me 1 second, because was just... This video was not done properly.
A minor kerfuffle?
Yeah, it just was exported and didn't actually have the full video.
Oops.
God damn it.
These things happen. Yeah, it is this that I want. Ticky, 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 tacky, tacky, tacky. So the question is, can I turn that off like this and possibly connect this fluid duct? Please be yes. Oh no. Ticky, 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 ticky. What if these move stuff faster? Extraction rate 0.5. Oh, yeah, I guess they do.
All right. Anyway. Yes. So, I mean, if you, I'm happy to plug the venture. So quality content, new clothing line, kind of athletic wear, but it's for anyone, whether or not you like go to the gym or whatever. It's just comfortable stuff to wear. Wearing one of the shirts from it right now. And, yeah, it's a thing. It's cool. Go to qcathletics.com if you're interested in browsing the collection and that sort of stuff.
And it launched today?
It did launch today, in fact. Yes.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So, yeah, feel free to check it out. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
No problem. I got you, man.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 sec. 1 moment. Yeah, for anyone who's wondering where the new video went, sorry if you're watching this on YouTube, it doesn't really apply, but for those of you live, it was incomplete. And so I privated it, and now I guess I'm going to have to go re-edit because it's a weekend and Nick is not around. So I don't know what's going on. It's a couple videos this week that had mistakes on them. And yeah, that's unfortunate. So, damn it. I guess I will be working on editing that after this stream. Ugh, just another thing to add to the plate. So, anyway, back to things. All right, sorry about that. So we got to build a space station.
A space station. That is quite the thing to need to build.
Yes, it is. So I don't know if you like have to build it out of specific blocks. But yeah. Let's see.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay.
I guess we could just do glass and... Hmm. I don't know. We could just do glass and basalt or something. What do we have lots of block-wise? We have a lot of magnetite ore. We could build a space station out of magnetite ore.
That just seems inappropriate. I don't know why. Though.
Oh, we could use clear glass, actually. No! God dang it! I did 64 glass because you were using the thing at the same time. Ay. Well, R.I.P.
What?
I made a bunch of clear. I had the glass just in there to turn it into clear glass, and then
You can convert it back and forth.
no, it turned into glass panes.
Oh, I needed the glass panes. I was making.
Yeah, well,
those
there's
eventually.
96 now.
Well, that's good because I need 5 or so.
Ay. Alright, well,
Don't mind me. I'm just okay. I'm done. You feel free to work with it.
Rammer, does it have to be metal blocks? Is that the only way it'll work?
It's the only way this will work. We've got to get metal blocks and make them out of metal.
Oh, he's not sure. So, okay, if it doesn't have... That's expensive. I'd rather make it out of, like, basalt or something. It's going to be easier that way. So, yeah. Oh, I see. Not those metal blocks. I know which metal blocks you mean. These ones.
Glug, 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 glug.
So in order to fit the warp drive, it's got to be, like, decently sized. With at least a 3x3 area in there.
I don't really feel like this is holding that much more space efficiency-wise. Granted, I did get a little space. It's good. Oh, man. Why? Now the lubricant's in there. There's so much lubricant sliding around everywhere. Alright, so this should be filling up with lubricant. And that's already gas. And I don't know where that's going. But bye. And then what's happening over here?
Oh, wait. You know what? Let me expand it by 1. Oh, that just breaks it. Dang it! Eh, whatever. This will be fine. It'll be fine.
I wonder what I can use the gas for. At some point, I'm ready to start just void piping it.
What are you putting together?
Our power's not working right with the immersive because we have too much of lubricant and gasoline and not enough diesel. Remember, you separate all that out, and so I'm just trying to I'm trying to handle all the excess fluids that are coming from our process.
Got it.
Okay, so that's getting diesel now. Good. And the lubricant's full. So yeah, I'm not sure that the density is higher on these open block tanks, but the flexibility sure is. But this is very quickly going to fill up again.
I am out of the metal blocks in black. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna make the top white.
Oh, we're out of oil. What is this? Will actually work better than... Sucker's pumping without any need for signal. Interesting. Or servo. All right. Well, the harden works. Seems to be carrying it faster.
I have made a space station.
You made a space station? Hang on. Oh,
Well,
whoa.
I've made a space station
You made a
on
space
Earth.
cube.
I made a space cube on Earth. Now, okay.
Do you want to become the Borg? This is how you become the Borg.
The way that this should work is I take a space station ID chip, and now I put a space station ID chip there. I scan it. Oh, missing a satellite bay. Wait, what do I... Missing satellite... Oh, right. It needs to be... Where's satellite bay? Yes, right there.
I always appreciate mods that add machines that just make loud noise consistently. Thank you, mod makers.
Yeah.
So I guess our big boy bay worked, huh?
Our big boy bay? Oh, yeah. The launch pad. We'll see. Okay, we'll see if this worked. Ready, it says.
I want to know why you can hit scan
So I
and
can
it
build
doesn't
it.
launch.
Because I didn't hit scan twice. I only hit it once.
Sorry, guys. In-game sounds are muted for a minute while I get over playing for an hour and a half in my head. It's been like 10 minutes, but still.
All right, so we got a space
Principle.
space station container.
Where did our space station go?
It went into the space station container.
That's convenient.
Yeah. So now we build a rocket, another rocket like the other one. And instead of the satellite, we put the space station container inside of it.
The thing is, you can compress the amount of volume that a certain amount of mass takes, but you can't lower the amount of mass. And so even by compressing it, you still have to lift that much mass. Ergo, this rocket seems highly underpowered to deliver, and it's also one short, I think you did, but highly underpowered to deliver the space station, even though the space station is very small.
Yeah, no, I don't know how it works that you put a big space station inside of this rocket, and it's going to still... I don't know. I mean, maybe the thrust isn't going to work.
Oh, chat has an answer. They said, let me just pull it up here. It's Minecraft, shut up. Okay, all right, fair enough.
Uh-huh.
Loud and clear. I swear you made this one short, but you, Papa, knows best.
Is it one short? Was it? Oh, okay, maybe it is. That's fine.
Oh, wait, now they're bringing TARDIS technology into this? First they're using Star Trek, now it's TARDIS. Next they're going to be like, and then you build a TIE fighter. Can't really think of any other space references off the top of my head.
All right, so we're scanning it. We got fuel there. Hopefully this will be valid. And then the only thing that I'm not entirely sure of is how we program another human carrying rocket to go to the space station.
I think there's a seat involved. Someone was like, you need to add a seat to it.
Yeah, I know that part.
Okay. Well, then you sit in the seat and you ride the rocket. Have you seen Dr. Strangelove? Be sure to buckle up.
All right, so we got that. Is it filling or... Oh, I probably have to change the coordinates. Is it working now? Oh, wait, I didn't hit build yet. Haha, that's funny.
Well, you gotta build it if you want it to be an entity, and so that you can do stuff with it.
Yes, it is a good point.
Otherwise, no can do.
Okay, cool.
All right, and then I
It
see
is
the
working.
tinkle stream from the rocket to the thing.
That is working indeed. And okay. Fantastic.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna see if that works? All right. Well, let's
There's no flaws.
let's
in my
launch
plan.
a space station and see what happens.
Oh, that,
Oh, you fall through.
I'm falling through.
Bummer.
Yeah. Predictable, but bummer. You know, after the rocket breaks through the atmosphere and gets into the vacuum of space, then they deploy the fairings and break them off because there's no reason to continue to thrust that mass around, and it just makes everything heavier. So you don't have to protect the front payload from anything when there's nothing out there. You know, it just makes sense. It's just science.
Yes, certainly.
So launch here often?
Yeah, actually 4 times now. It's pretty cool.
4.5.
4.5. Yes, it's nice that first one just kind of came right back.
It landed on the platform.
Yeah, it was very impressive stuff. Okay, so we have this space station.
What is with you in the space?
I don't know why I can't do this.
Have I ever told you about the Enterprise secret server at work? This is a quick aside, but it's it's a password vault for all the different because when you have a corporation, you end up with with passwords, the routers, and the branch 473 and stuff like that. So you need a vault to hold all that, and the product is called a secrets server.
Okay.
But it's made by the company's name is THYCOTIC. It's Thycotic. And if you can say Thycotic without saying secret, you are a better person than I am. I can never ever. It's a Thycotic secret server, and it can't not do it.
Thycotic secret server.
Yeah. It's like Thycotic secret. You get your tongue there, and it's really hard to pull it back. And that just leads to the question of did the owner originally mean to call it psychotic and then just had a lisp and the marketing guy didn't
No, it was
hear?
probably already trademarked or something.
Or he's like psychotic, they'll know what we mean. It's just anyway. So your space station.
So this is the part where wait, what? Okay, I'm very confused. Okay, does that do anything? Connect? No. So this is the part that I'm going to have to look into. Wow, my inventory just got completely forked for what is happening to my inventory?
Did you look in the chip thing? Because it's making chips in your inventory.
It's weird. Okay.
Well,
so the space station is up there. I just don't know
how to...
this, but it's okay because we're at the end of the episode, so we can figure it out between this and next time.
I was gonna say we're just at the end, so it's a good time anyway. But we'd like to thank our sponsor, MC Pro Hosting, providing the server that we've been launching things to space with. If you would like to launch things to space or play any of the other mod packs we've played, then be sure to check out the link in the description. You can save 25% off in your first month and help support the streams and what we do. Also, same description is going to have a link to the playlist. You can catch up on any episodes you might have missed. And we're here live with you and me at twitch.tv/CaptainSparklez and twitch.tv/Zine with many of the names and faces of people that you know and recognize in our chats talking to us right now. You could be talking to them. So come visit us. And is there anything you want to throw in there?
No, I think we good.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.